Hi dearest ones, I am Ayla Dawn and welcoming you to this video where I'm going to go through my top 3 key birthing and bliss and pleasure techniques. Things to do, little things that can be expanded on to be all-encompassing, and I find them really important if you're looking to get into birthing from an empowered place of deep connection to your feminine essence, enabling you to birth in pleasure and orgasm, and to even throughout your pregnancy just be in balance and flow with your body, so there's the least amount of pain, a least amount of stress in your mind, so that you can be free to feeling connected. And so these 3 tips and techniques are pretty simple, and I know you've probably heard of them, but I will give a bit of an insider slash divinely guided messages for these 3 things. So I wrote down as the number 1 tip, it just made sense to me as I was going about my day, it has to be breathing. Like, I need breathing, we all need breathing. It is how we be, it is how we live. It is the number 1 thing that keeps you alive in any moment. The air in your lungs, the flow of energy through the body is all connected and dependent on the air that we circulate. And not being connected to our breath is why we are so often ungrounded and feel really shitty. Because if you don't get enough oxygen, you're not getting nutrients to the heart and the organs and the energy centers. And not deeply breathing is the number 1 cause of lethargy, stagnant energy, just not feeling good in our bodies, and sickness, and eventually death. So yeah, you gotta be pretty connected to your breath if you want to have a pleasurable birth, that's for sure. And don't forget it, have a doula there, because you need the reminder. You as a woman need that support of somebody to breathe with, because what you're doing is you're bringing new life into the world, and it requires a lot of everything. And grounding, it can be a lot more empowered with that other woman there just guiding you. So doulas are very important. I had one for my labor, and she was amazing. I needed her, and she helped me so much. Then I was also going to put, just making sure that your breath is 3 things. It's conscious, it's constant, and it's clear. So as you can obviously know, sometimes we stop breathing for whatever reason. When you realize, even when you are breathing, just pay attention to your breath. Is it a nice rhythm to it, or is it choppy and flowing, not in a really smooth pattern? And then the clearness of it. Do you feel like there's a release or a block that's coming up for you in any part of your body? Like, really clue into the energy of the breath and where it goes, and make sure it is coming in clear, and envisioning it as white. And if you do have stuff to release, that's okay. Like this afternoon, I was just like releasing a lot through like pretty much every inhale, let out an exhale that was like a burp. And it happens to me where like I'll realize I'm just clearing a lot of energy, and it's probably a good thing as much as it's really an annoying thing, because I'm like not really impressed that I have to like make this horribly weird sound, and it feels weird in my body, but I just flow with it, and I tune into my body, and I respect my body for what it's doing, and I thank it for what it's doing. So tuning into all those things, making your breath as conscious, as clear, and as constant as possible. And then step number 2, number tippy 2Z, is your diet and your supplement. Basically what you put into your body, and this is pretty huge too, because it's the energy that you're making your cells out of and you're growing your baby out of. So if you're not eating raw, healthy, vital foods, you're gonna feel pretty shitty as well, because all the energy that you do have is going to be going to your baby, and there will be nothing left for you. So number 1 tip that I was given, and it worked wonders for me with the morning sickness, was get on a prenatal vitamin, because my body needs extra nutrients. And I ate lots of spinach. It helps with the folic acid, and promotes good cell growth in the child. And then the other thing that can help with nausea is ginger and vitamin B6. And really, you know, do your research. Everything's online as far as like if you're having a specific health need, just try to put as much natural things in your body instead of running to well, you can't really take much over-the-counter medication now that you're pregnant. You start to realize, wow, this stuff does have harmful effects on me in general, so why should I be taking it? I should obviously want to try to fix it with a plant or an herb. Basically, there is a cure for everything in nature, I believe. Talk to your midwife or your naturopath so you make sure it's safe for while you're pregnant and breastfeeding and all that. But another one is get enough water. Make sure your water is hydrated. Make sure, I mean, it is energy charged. Make sure you're hydrated. It's not just to drink water because it's like, oh, 6 cups a day, I gotta get my quota. It's actually like you're very grateful for that and you see it charged with light, and it is just a deepening of what you're doing. Again, it's not just, oh, you know, gotta get my 8 cups of water, here it goes, and not really thinking about it, but really think about even the food you put in your body. Just make a connection to where it's going and thanking it and what it's doing, and just making a huge ritual out of it every day. Just bless the food that you eat. Even if you can't afford the highest grade of whatever, you can just bless what you do have. You just hold your hands on top of the food and you just pray in thanks and see the white light flowing from Creator and just doing its thing in the food. Because yeah, we don't all have access to everything that is free and abundant when we don't have the cash flow at that time. So I mean, reach out with your hands and just do the little miracle right there, and it'll all balance out. I think it'll all be just perfect. Number 3, and very important, is to exercise your body in a way that is best for you. I would say the best one is going to be one that connects you to your spirit and your child's spirit, the energy growing inside you, the new life forming there. Of course, you know, you can't always do some stuff if your body's telling you otherwise. You really have to flow with your body. What level of cardio, you know, hard or exercises are beneficial for you? It depends. Some people can go hard and like do heavy workouts like running and weightlifting throughout their child pregnancy there. So it's like totally listen to your body. Maybe you just want to do more flowing yoga and softer stuff. If you haven't been doing the heavy workouts already, it might just kind of seem like a weird thing to introduce. It's totally up to you, but it is important to do one thing and keep the structure, whether it's like 3 nights a week yoga or 1 night a week you're doing a run, and then 2 days a week you're doing swimming or Pilates. It's just important that when you do that, again, you're connecting with your breath, with your rhythm and your spirit, and you're connecting with your child, and you're putting regular time into your health and your baby to connect together. And that is what I did. I did the prenatal yoga. At least I think it was. I was working, so I think it was actually hard for me to put 3 days a week in, but I made sure I did the one. And I think there was times that I do other things, kind of like dancing and doing my own little thing if I had time wherever, you know, I could fit it in. But it was always done, and it was always connecting to the baby, this little spirit inside. So I hope those tips were helpful. I hope they can be practiced and practical for you, and I know they sure were for me. So lots of blessings to you and yours. And this doesn't just have to be for birthing babies. As you see, the spirit inside the crystal, this is a phantom quartz, but I would like to think of it as a little baby one. Right now it looks like to me more. Anyways, if you're birthing any project or any manifestation that you want, you could practice these things in that process as well, and just even to improve your state of being, connecting you more to the essence within, the truth and the light. So hopefully that is something that can be achieved for all in general. It's hard to see, but I really hope for the best for all humanity to be able to practice this, and we will see the difference if we all do that work for ourselves. Just make sure we're in tune with our spirits, in love with our body, taking good care of it, and mind, body, and spirit all in one beautiful flow. So thank you for those. Lovely moments shared, and I can't wait to talk to you in the next video. Bye.